we're not crying, you're crying. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 teen movie moments that made us happy cry.
I hurt as bad as the day he died.
You hurt because you're alive.
For this list, we'll be looking at scenes that are either happy or bittersweet, and we'll be excluding purely sad scenes. We will be discussing a lot of movie endings, so we're highlighting a spoiler alert here. Number 10, Vanessa meets her baby and Juno's note, Juno.
Hey. Nice legs.
Few moments in life are as special as the moment a mother sees her child for the first time. And for Vanessa Loring, it sure has been a rocky road leading up to this moment. Juno takes us on one heck of an emotional roller coaster, from the titular heroine's struggles through teenage pregnancy to Vanessa's marriage falling apart shortly before the adoption.
I'm leaving, Vanessa.
What?
I'm getting a place in the city. Got it all planned. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
No.
When Vanessa meets her son at the hospital and finally holds him in her arms, we're just about ready to cry with relief that it all turned out well. One look at Juno's framed note on the wall is all it takes to open the floodgates. Number 9, Alike's poem, Pariah.
Heartbreak opens onto the sunrise. For even breaking is opening, and I am broken. I'm open.
The road to adulthood is full of obstacles, and sometimes these obstacles come from one's own family. After being rejected by her homophobic mother, 17-year-old Alike decides to move to California to start a new life.
And I'm not running. I am choosing.
Seeing her get on that bus brings us a mix of overwhelming emotions, sadness for all the pain she's gone through, and hope that the future will be bright. As Alike reads her poem, her voice is shaky with emotion, but her resolve is not. Pariah delivers a beautiful message of resilience in the face of adversity, and the raw power of that final scene is guaranteed to make anyone get misty-eyed.
I'm not broken. I'm free.
Number 8, Gus's Bittersweet Eulogy, The Fault in Our Stars.
She didn't want a million admirers, she just wanted one. And she got it.
Based on John Green's best-selling novel, this movie really made the tears pour from our eyes. Despite its gut-wrenching twist, in which it's revealed that Gus is dying, the ending is more bittersweet than purely sad.
Are you in pain?
No. I'm okay.
After attending Gus's funeral, Hazel Grace reads the draft of the eulogy he wrote for her. It doesn't get much more romantic than professing your love from beyond the grave. Hazel can't help but smile through her tears as Gus gushes about how lucky he is to love her, and neither can we. While it doesn't take away the pain of grief, the eulogy seems to give her some form of closure, as well as a reminder of how much she was loved.
You don't get to choose if you get hurt in this world, but you do have a say in who hurts you. And I like my choices. I hope she likes hers.
Number 7, Coming Full Circle with Maybelle, Bridge to Terabithia. Who hasn't dreamed of escaping into a fantasy land with their best friend?
I don't know this game.
What game? This is for real.
Bonded by their inability to fit in at school, Leslie and Jess become fast friends while exploring the imaginary land of Terabithia. While Leslie's untimely death made us bawl our eyes out, the ending of the movie gets our tears flowing for a whole other reason.
I'm sorry, son.
No, you're lying. She's not even dead, you're lying!
Jess!
After mourning the loss of his friend, Jess decides to keep Terabithia alive as a way to honor Leslie's memory. He even builds an actual bridge across the chasm to welcome his sister Maybelle into the magical kingdom.
Hold on a second.
Between the pain of losing Leslie and the look of pure happiness on little May's face, we dare you not to get choked up. Number 6, Kat reads her poem to Patrick, 10 Things I Hate About You.
I hate the way you talk to me and the way you cut your hair. I hate the way you drive my car. I hate it when you stare.
In this modern-day retelling of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, high school bad boy Patrick Verona falls head over heels for the strong-willed Kat Stratford. After finding out that he was initially paid to go out with her, Kat is understandably upset and refuses to speak to him. The atmosphere in their English class is tense as she reads out her poem, 10 Things I Hate About You, which is obviously addressed to Patrick.
I hate it. I hate the way you're always right. I hate it when you lie. I hate it when you make me laugh, Even worse when you make me cry.
However, as she reads, it becomes clear that the poem is actually not at all about hate. Instead, it turns into a public declaration of love. It's hard not to get weepy when Kat's cold facade crumbles in front of a hopeful Patrick, courtesy of an incredibly poignant performance by Julia Stiles, whose tears were actually unscripted.
I hate it when you're not around and the fact that you didn't call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
Number 5, Kayla and her dad talk over the campfire, 8th grade.
What was in there?
Nothing really. Just sort of my hopes and dreams.
Right.
While we all remember the drama of high school, there are fewer movies about the painful awkwardness that is middle school. 8th grade follows 13-year-old Kayla Day in her last days of middle school, as she deals with anxiety and low self-esteem. In what is possibly the most touching scene of the movie, the teenager asks her father if she makes him sad.
If you grow up to have a daughter like you, she will make you so happy. Being your dad makes me so happy, Kayla. You don't know how happy you make me.
Mr. Day may not be a perfect dad, but his answer is a truly heartwarming example of a parent's unconditional love and pride.
You made me brave.
Growing up means knowing that your parents can't fix all your problems for you, but it makes a world of difference to know they still have your back. Seeing Kayla's dad step up is enough to make anyone shed a few happy tears. Number 4, Feeling Infinite, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Freshman Charlie Kelmekis is used to being a loner, but when cool seniors Patrick and Sam take him under their wing, he discovers the joys of friendship, love, and awesome music.
Patrick, we've got to go through the tunnel.
Sam, it's...
Patrick, it's the perfect song!
While there are plenty of emotional moments in this movie, the one that really pulls at the heartstrings is the infamous tunnel scene. Sure, it's just 3 friends having fun driving down a highway tunnel, but it's also a deeply relatable depiction of being young and enjoying the present moment, or as Charlie puts it, of feeling infinite.
What is she doing? Don't worry, she does it all the time.
Turn it up!
Got it, Your Highness.
And if you're not already sobbing, the opening notes of David Bowie's Heroes will be more than enough to push you over the edge.
I feel infinite.
Number 3, Landon proposes to Jamie, A Walk to Remember.
You have to promise you won't fall in love with me.
That's not a problem.
Before we'd ever heard of Augustus Waters and Hazel Grace Lancaster, we had Landon Carter and Jamie Sullivan. Their romance was doomed from the start, but they still shared one of the most memorable love stories in movie history.
Will you do something for me then?
Anything.
Above all else, the scene when Landon proposes to Jamie on the balcony has us grabbing for our tissues. The moment is bittersweet, as we know that she has only months left to live, but it's hard not to shed tears of joy when we see how happy they are together.
Will you marry me?
Though Jamie eventually dies one mere summer later, at least we can take solace in knowing that she got to marry the love of her life.
Jamie and I had a perfect summer together. With more love than lots of people know in a lifetime.
Number 2, Mrs. Spier's speech to Simon, Love Simon.
Maybe I made a mistake.
No, Mom. Didn't make a mistake.
Being a teenager in the closet is no walk in the park, and things get complicated for Simon after he gets outed on their school website. Thankfully, his family is 100% there for him. While his dad's reaction is adorable, the real tearjerker is Simon's talk with his mom.
Did you know?
I knew you had a secret.
After sitting her son down, Mrs. Spier reveals that she'd noticed Simon growing from a carefree child to a guarded teenager. Now that the cat's out of the bag, Mrs. Spier assures her son that he can finally exhale and be himself.
You get to be more you than you have been in a very long time.
Few things feel as great as being accepted by your family, and the impact on Simon is visible as he realizes he no longer has to hide the fact that he's gay.
You deserve everything you want.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions to get those tears flowing.
I began to feel better. I received my schedule and the first teacher is Mrs. Gerwan, room 203. I walk into the room and feel as though all the problems in life are not so important anymore. I am home.
Miss John?
I'm ready.
That for someone as special as Ryan, that we would all just make a little room. Anna really wanted her mom to know that.
There's no room for moral ambiguity here. The Bible is very clear about this.
So everything that doesn't fit into some stupid idea of what you think God wants, you just try to hide or fix or get rid of? It's just all too much to live up to.
I wrote you 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Turning Pleasantville full of color. Pleasantville. When David and Jennifer inexplicably land into the black and white sitcom Pleasantville, they bring a well-needed dollop of color to the conservative little town.
You all right?
What am I going to do?
This movie has several tear-jerking moments, but the best one is when David emerges from court to see the town of Pleasantville bursting with vibrant hues.
Hey, look at this.
While certainly nice to look at, the change is more than just aesthetic. It symbolizes the victory of beauty and freedom over arbitrary rules. When you see the looks of childlike wonder on the townspeople's faces as they leave their monochrome world behind, well, bring on the happy tears. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.